take me back to that moment when on your last episode when
Yeah.
Taylor's giving his little spiel and
Mhm.
in person we can see that in real time you're
Yeah.
like piecing things together. Wait, they're talking about me. I'm going.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
do you feel betrayed by the other guys? I know you had a few exchanges here and there with
Mhm.
Ace, and he kind of, called out what I guess he perceived as ulterior motives.
Yeah.
He, on one occasion used the term scamming, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you feel overall as if you were betrayed by them? And just what are your thoughts on their reasoning as
Mhm.
to why they ended up dumping you?
Yeah. First of all, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Of course.
And to answer your question, at first, and it's still a little bit, I definitely felt betrayed because as they're talking, I'm hearing like we don't want to rob anybody of their experience, aka Austin not finding anybody yet, which is fine. But the second I hear we don't want them to recreate old habits or follow old habits, I'm like, oh fuck me, I'm cooked. Like I'm like, come on, guys, like y'all tell me not to hoop, y'all tell me to hoop, like I can't win. So I was just like, damn, that's just the second they said that, and the fact that it's coming from Taylor too, it was like it wasn't Nick or Ace because they knew they were gonna vote me out. So like,
Mhm.
oh, it might be Ace or Nick because those are like I have more prominent relationships, whether bad or good. But yeah, I felt betrayed. I'm not gonna lie. And the more I think about it, they're probably doing like the competitive thing, the like the strategic thing. And in terms of like ulterior motives, like they said that at first, but in hindsight, it's like I'm the one that put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
I could have got out of there real quick. Like I could have, like when I went to do the door thing with Iris, I could have been gone. Like there were so many times I could have been gone because I only had one girl, and they always had like an A and a B, Bella and Sierra for Nick, goddamn Shelly and Amaya. So it's like
Yeah.
me, I feel like I kind of chose. It could look safe at first, but then once I seen the way the show was going, I was like, nobody's safe. So no, it wasn't ulterior motives. I had a real connection with Huda, and it was real. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I know you're not, fully caught up on like everything that was happening within the villa, but from
Mhm.
what you do know so far and what you experienced, do you think that Ace is so-called running the villa? Because a lot of fans believe he's playing like this Big Brother style game where it's a lot of strategy. Did you see that while you were in the villa?
Yeah, 1,000%. Like it was hard. Like I have a lot of respect for dude, and he's a great personality. He's mad funny. At the same time, like every day having to hear what I'm doing wrong and what to do was just annoying. Cause like, yeah, it was just tough. Like I'm gonna do what I want to do as I did, but like, yeah, just having like him tell Nick and Taylor what to do, and then them listening and like them that reflecting back on me. Cause every conversation was I have to fight two people. I got to argue with three people, and
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
bruh. But yeah, he's definitely like telling everyone what to do, and I get it. That's his way of giving advice. It seems, at least that's what he told me. So yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. He's definitely like the ringleader of the guys, or
Yeah,
not
yeah.
he, but the guys. Yeah.
And when America first paired you with Iris, what
Mhm.
did you interpret in that moment? Did you think that America was trying to send any sort of message with that pairing? Like, how did you kind of process in the moment? Did that even make you sort of like rethink what
Yeah.
may actually have been seen by fans?
Yeah, no, it made me rethink everything. That's why that night, like I couldn't even really go to her because I'm like, the few things I knew was going on with me that I haven't quite expressed yet, like kind of like clicked in my brain when I got recoupled, and my ego was like, yeah, see, bro, she's toxic. But then like looking back, it's like it doesn't matter who was right or wrong. It was just like not a good situation for us to be in, and I think America saw that and tried to help both of us out
Yeah.
and took us out of it, and ultimately it did because I found my joy after that. So yeah, shout out America.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And there's been a lot of discourse online about like this intense, hot, cold relationship that you and Huda had.
Yeah.
What are your primary reflections as of
Mm.
right now on that relationship, the ups and downs, and even the moment that you realize that, this isn't going to be my end game in the villa?
Yeah. No, that's a great question. I would say Pancake Day definitely showed me a lot. I was just like, okay, now I gotta really see what's going on, and like get to the bottom of this because I can't be trapped in that toxic situation. And then um, we got too intimate too soon, and I like instead of trying to say let's slow down or all this like we're damn near dating in 3 days, like let's relax. I kind of just went with it because I liked her so much,
Mhm.
and not to say I didn't like sh went with it against my will. It was just like I should have said like yo like these expectations that you have for me, I'm not there yet. And I should have communicated that instead of saying, let me try to be that guy that I'm not ready to be. That's
Yeah.
like the main takeaways I get was just trying to be somebody too early for myself, and it just backfired.
Yeah. And how did you process when you first, I mean, we can kind of see you processing in the moment when you first learned that she was a mother. I thought that was
Oh,
a big point of story during the season as well.
honestly, in the moment, it was kind of not easy, but it was like I can't see her kid, or I'm not gonna have to like not deal with the kid, but be in that dynamic for a long time. So I don't think I could process it fully, but the amount I could process it, it was cool because like honestly, my sister just had a baby, and watching her be a mother has been so beautiful. And so I think that definitely changed my perspective because me personally, I've never gone, not even after, but I've never been with a single mother or a mother at all. So it's just like it was very new to me, but in the moment, it was just us in the villa. So it was easy for me to be like, oh, that's fine. So in terms of in the villa, it was a lot to take in, but it seemed cool. Like it seemed like it came with a lot of pros.
Yeah, yeah. And of course you know, you're not caught up on social media, but
Mhm.
I don't know if anyone has told you over the past few days, like I guess up until like right before you left, a lot of people started sharing your videos when we were talking about like books and things.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people, so many fans were like, wow, I didn't get to see, you know, this side to Jeremiah within the villa. So
Yeah.
do you think that you were able to show up in the villa as your authentic self, or do you think there are parts of you that you wish, you know, you may have been able to showcase more within the competition?
No, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And it was like for the first week, it was good. And me and Huda were having conversations. She was kind of asking about myself. But then, like, for a week there, between Pancake Day and Charlie leaving, it was a lot of just conflict resolution and not, or me just getting to know her. And I communicated this to her. I was like, since the date, you haven't asked me a question about myself in 5 days. And that
Yeah,
means a lot to me. But then I think when I started talking to Iris and Angelina, that's when people like, that's the when I got to actually talk about myself and my family and what I care about. So, I think like the last 4 or 5 days, ever since like me and Iris's date, like I was my joyous self again. So I gotta communicate how I want to communicate, talk about myself a little bit. And so, yeah, I would say I definitely didn't get to fully express who I am. Like I was just, I was just on the comeback story cusp. But I think like enough at the end there, people will see who I really am. And that's like all I can really hope for, like towards the end, they're like, oh, this guy's actually like cool, like type
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. And I think it's always sad to see an OG cast member from a season
Yeah.
leave prematurely. But for you, who in the season right now do you think you would be rooting for that's still in the villa? Like, do you think you know, I mean, maybe grudges aside or whatever, do you think
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
who you would be the people that you think would go all the way?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna start with this. I think Ace and Shelly have a real thing going on. It was
Mm,
kind of they danced around each other for 3 weeks, but at the end of the day, like the cute stuff they did, I felt like it was genuine. So I think Ace and Shelly have a good shot. Maybe Taylor and Alandria, but I heard that's kind of shaking up right now.
yeah.
Honestly, I want Austin to have a crazy comeback story because as unhinged as he is, like he had my back through everything. So I want to see Austin win. Iris and TJ, I'm wishing them the best. They seemed really cute before I left. And honestly, I hope Amaya finds somebody because she is hilarious. Like she's
Yeah.
intense, but she is hilarious. So maybe Amaya too. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I mean, Amaz kind of had an interesting journey so far. You know,
Yeah,
it's hard
yeah,
when you don't find a person, and every time someone said that, like, it feels like she's playing Big Brother, and she's like having to like win the veto every week to stay in
yeah, yeah.
competition. But and even though you did miss out on Casa Moore, how do you think Casa Moore would have went for you, considering you had such a strong connection leading into it? How do you think you would have been during that experience?
I would say I definitely would have explored everything. I can't say if I would have liked anybody, but I definitely would have been hooping because me and Andrea talked about that. Like we're gonna do friendship, best friends first, and do it like the right way, essentially. So we had a lot of conversation about that, and so I was really ready to explore that option, her and any bombshells that came in or Casa more. So I would have been hooping. Not saying anything would have happened, but I definitely would have been out there, like seeing what the word is for sure.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me.
Uh,
Congrats on your time on the season. It was definitely
Thank
a
you.
joy to watch you during the season, and can't
Thank
wait to
you.
see what you do next.
Thank you, Trey, bro. It was nice
Thank you.
talking to you,
Of
bro.
course,
We'll
nice to
lock
talk
in.
to
We
you
cool.
too.
Yeah, we'll
Thank you.
lock
Have a
in.
good one.